Get all rounds of music. But
LA prosecutors have charged singer Chris Brown with 2 felonies, including assault, after an argument with his girlfriend Rihanna. Police never identified Rihanna directly, but Thursday's court documents list the victim as Robin F. Rihanna's real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty.
Charlie Sheen's ex-girlfriend Brie Olson says she's furious with Sheen after his TV confession that he is HIV positive.
This is the official timeline of all the times that Tristan Thompson has cheated on Khloe Kardashian. The first time he cheated was in October 2017. He was filmed making out with 2 women in a hookah bar in Washington, D.C. At the time, Khloe was 3 months pregnant with their child.
And Shawty's not my girl. Ain't never been my girl. Is my side bitch.
Is your what?
No, my side bitch. Shawty is a certified side bitch.
Most relationships today are transactional, and more than likely, if you have nothing to give, like attractiveness or money, you are going to have one of the hardest times getting into a relationship. We 100% have devalued the beauty of being in a relationship because we have become so extremely worldly and constantly wanting abundance even when we don't need it.
Ideally, my husband needs to be making
Okay. My suspicion, she's going to say 175.
250.
250?
like $650,000.
Celebrities and ultra-wealthy people are pure example of having way too much that they start to disconnect from society and the reality of valuing anything. In particularly, male celebrities and ultra-wealthy men and their constant ever-changing relationship status. Most men, or the majority of men, are inherently led by their sexual desires or their extreme desires to be appreciated by a woman. And in reality, it isn't evil or it isn't bad because God made them that way. And it caused men to be extremely useful and beneficial, not only for God's plan, but for the development of the world. The problem is, while a man's sexual desires can be his biggest strength, it can also be his worst enemy. And if he doesn't learn self-control, that could lead to his doom. Welcome back to my channel where we discuss issues in the world or we spill the tea on celebrities in the media. But before we continue this video, please like, comment and subscribe and share the video. And without further ado, let's get into it. Money makes the world go round and we literally need it to live a semi-decent life. But when we take a peek into the life of the average A-list male celebrity, we hear all the time about them harassing, abusing, raping, walking out on women all the time. And that's just a fraction of the actual evil and corrupt acts they commit on a daily basis. These men have made so much money that they have completely ruined their souls and their perception of life. As much as we hate to listen to Andrew Tate, we have to admit that what he did say about making money is true.
A little bit rich now. A little bit. The coolest thing about being rich is remember when I was broke. That's all it is. Having money in and of itself really isn't that interesting.
No, it's not.
You buy the house, you buy the car, you buy the watches, you buy some clothes, blah, blah.
Here is how becoming rich becomes boring. When you are poor and barely making ends meet, you learn to appreciate the value of your money. But after making really big checks every year, and I'm talking like $10 million every year coming in consistently, you become bored because you have made so much of it that it starts to lose its value. And you become disconnected from society that you start to waste it on parties, buying houses you are probably never going to live in, purchase cars you most definitely won't drive. And this is similarly to what it is like as to how these male celebrities view women. Women like men with money, and men with money have dating easier a lot of the time, which means getting the attention of women isn't hard for these men because women throw themselves at these men because of their tremendous amount of success. They have been with so many women that valuing women to them has become an option because they have never actually had the chance to actually work to get one. Like take her on a date or make her feel safe by him always being safe. Like take Chris Brown for an example. Chris Brown walks into a club and thousands of women want him. He never had to work for anything and he gets all the girls he wants. No, none of these men actually had to. Now, because of this, a number of these men have developed a godlike complex because he is so loved by so many because of his assets he has, and valued women has become an option. So most celebrities don't value women. They beat them, they abuse them, they rape them, because what's the point of treating them well if there's always going to be a replacement? Then we have heard all the stories with Tristan Thompson. Charlie Sheen, he's rich, he doesn't value women because his money and fame make it so easy to get them. Then we literally have men who can pay for anything to happen. The one and only Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire. And for all these men in Hollywood, getting a woman's attention doesn't seem to faze them anymore. Or having a relationship with a woman doesn't seem to faze them. They get it so easy that it becomes boring. So they treat women horribly, not because they can, because they just don't care. We have all heard the stories of Leonardo DiCaprio seeming uninterested when he has relations with women. These men find it boring because it's in abundance all the time.
And just a reminder of what Andrew Tate says, when you have relations in abundance, you come to find it boring.
Sex in and of itself is boring. Any man who sits and says that sex is great or sex is fun just clearly hasn't had enough sex, because sex is boring. Sex is a chore. Sex is like food. You don't really care unless you're really hungry, and then you eat and you don't care again. And it's one of the...
But these men clearly don't value these women because they don't have to work hard for them. They have them in abundance. And when you have something that much, you sort of devalue it. It's like inflation. When there's too much money in circulation, the value of it just keep going down. It's essentially what it is to these men when they get in relationships. That's why they just don't value it anymore. But you guys are always welcome to disagree with what I have to say. Like always, comment your opinions down below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.